Hey family, peace and love to you all. Hello my queens, hello my kings. I give all honor to the Most High God, the true living God, Yahweh. I just woke up from meditating, and I meditated for about a good hour from a lot of new subscribers as well as viewers that so happen to check me out. They ask me a lot of questions, and a lot of times I answer the questions because I have a lot of videos. And a lot of times I've been answered a question like in another video that I may have done, maybe a year back or whatever, a couple of months back. But I still don't mind. I don't like to keep repeating myself, but I still don't mind. One viewer had said something like, it's hard for them to trust people or to take anybody seriously that's constantly staring at themselves, looking at a camera while they're talking or sharing their so-called experience or whatever. There are times when I'm looking at the camera and there are times I'm not. I try to make it real personal, as though, we're actually in a room together and we are conversating with one another, and I'm looking you in the eyes, shall I say. So, whatever. Some people, they're very distracted, Me, I don't have to watch a person while I'm viewing them. I can just listen to them, pop in my earplugs and, go for walks and just listen. I pretty much go by the energy anyway. That person, if what they're saying, if I'm, I say like this, if I'm picking up not so good energy, I'm not going to check, I'm not going to listen to you. I must have a feel good vibe about your energy as far as me checking you out, because that says a lot, all right? But anyway, but I'm not here for people to be worrying about how I look, or picking me apart, worrying about this and worrying about that. I just want you to hear the message, okay? So with that being said, I'm just going to make sure I speak up a little louder so many of you can hear me. My daughter, she's taking a nap, but I can still say what I need to say as far as sharing some experiences with your family that I have been having, that I feel that it's okay to share, because they're just my experiences, because I'm sure many of you are having your own, and you can relate. I know you can relate. So anyway, I'm not gonna make this video long. I didn't upload it, but I did another video before this one. My daughter and I went walking, and I just feel like talking. I was talking about all different kind of things, but I might share that video and I might not. I don't know. I'll see. But anyway, one viewer had asked me the best method of meditating. I can't speak for everybody else, but me, the best method that I use to meditate is, and this is for you, my brother, because you had asked me. I like to sun gaze, and I do it quite often when I can, okay? I'm going to do a good maybe 10 or maybe less, all right? I'm used to it. I sun gaze for a little bit. I come in when it's time for my daughter to take her nap, and I would meditate. My goal is 40 minutes, definitely over 20 minutes, but I will sun gaze first so I can get that sunlight in me and receive the light codes. And I'm always setting attention, when I sun gaze. My intention is to receive. That's my intention, to receive with gratitude for my highest good. All right. So that's what your sister do, and that's my intention. While I'm sun gazing, I'm looking up, staring at the sun, or setting my glaze on the light that's coming from the sun, and my attention is to receive that which is for my highest good. And like I said, I come back in, put my daughter to sleep, lay down, go into a meditative state. My goal is over 20 minutes. I say over 40 minutes. When I go within myself, there is no time, all right? Sometimes I come out an hour and 15 minutes, sometimes an hour and 30 minutes. It depends. When you go within yourself, you're taking a trip, and there's no telling where it's going to take you. So anyway, for the most part, it takes 20 minutes for me to break through, to actually have a connection. Once that connection is made, I'm seeing beautiful geometric shapes. I'm seeing numbers. Why numbers, I do not know. But I'm seeing numbers. Sometimes I write them down because I know they have meaning. I'm seeing ETs. I do not hear voices. All right, I do not hear voices. I'm pretty much a seer. I see things, and whether there's a ET will pop up, it would show me things. And what I mean by that is I would see one, and then I would start seeing images, popping up, or I would start seeing people, a lot of people, and they are always hovered together. It's like I'm always in a group of people, and when I'm seeing them, I get a sense that it's somewhere not above the earth, but under the earth. All right? That's what I sense when I'm seeing these people. They look very ancient looking. They look a little different from us, but they're still people. They just have a different look to them, I sense ancient slash advance. Ancient slash advance. That's the two words that comes to mind. And whatever it is that they're doing, they notice me. Some of them ignores me, but they see me. They pick up on my presence, whether, they see me as far as astral projecting, or however they see me, they notice me. And some of them let me know that they notice me. I don't know why. The females, they are to me, they're more aggressive. It's always one that would, move up closer to my face like this, as though she's seen a ghost. But she's picking up on me. She sees me. And I would say telepathically, I see you. I see you in love. I see you. I see you in love. And I know she hears me. She doesn't move her lips, but she's looking at me as in a maze. And the one I saw not too long ago when I was meditating, she was swinging at me. That was weird. I never experienced that before. She was swinging at me as if I was a ghost. And of course, I did not feel anything. What I did notice when I was in meditation, I started to get cold. I don't like that feeling. Family, I am 45 years old, okay? And I'm in that place in my life where sometimes I have hot flashes, okay? So I know what that feels like. I mean, if you know what it feels like, or you know somebody who has them, all right? I feel the opposite of hot flashes. I get real cold sometimes when I'm in meditation, to where that coldness, I feel it within myself, not outside of myself, but I feel it within myself. And sometimes I have to do like this because I have chill bumps. Now, what causes that? I don't know, because I don't know everything, family. I'm assuming is due to spirits, I guess, that might start coming around me by me being open in that state. But I'm always surrounding myself with light, so I don't worry about that. I'm never experiencing anything dark around me, all right? But I do notice the coldness. You know, all of a sudden I get real, real, real cold, like ice cold. And I can't stand that feeling. It's a real clammy, cold feeling. And I can't stand that feeling. It reminds me of some years back when my mom and my son, my daughter, she wasn't born during this time, but we were looking for a house to rent. And I remember it was a cute little old-fashioned brick home, and we walked in it, and it didn't take long. We walked in that house, and the upstairs was okay, but it had a downstairs, a basement. I mean, I talked about this before, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I was feeling not too long ago based on what I felt in that house. Soon as we walked downstairs to check the basement out, all of a sudden the atmosphere changed. It felt cold and clammy like. And in that house, I felt a presence, and that presence went us up out of that house. All right. I started feeling cold and feeling eerie, and it felt eerie down there. But anyway, getting back to now, I wasn't feeling the presence like negative when I was having this cold feeling, but I knew that it was due to some kind of presence or some kind of spirit that was around me. Something was definitely triggering my energy, was drawing from my energy, shall I say? Because I got real cold, and I immediately said a quick prayer of protection when I was feeling that. You know, I was saying it telepathically to myself, Psalms 91, real quick, but it goes away. But I do feel it. I do feel it at times. But I noticed when she got real close to me, and she was kind of swinging at me, and I just thought it was the most funniest thing because that never happened before. She was doing like this, you know, and I was like, "What in the world?" You know, like shoo, you know, wherever you are, you know, shoo. But the others, they were just checking me out, so that was weird. But I didn't sense wherever this place was, it wasn't here. If it wasn't underground, it was definitely off-worldly, shall I say. It wasn't here. Because I didn't sense that. Mm-mm. But I want to say this, family, real quick. Um, be mindful when you are astral traveling, because I do it quite often. Even though I tell you that if you come across a gray, that's due to you operating on your lower self, because they operate pretty much on the lower realms, not on the higher realms. When I'm on the higher realms, I don't come across the grays. I come across other ETs, but they are more benevolent, and they're not trying to hurt you, okay, or do all this stuff to you, create pain to you. If anything, they're trying to get something to you as far as knowledge, and just for your highest good. My experiences seeing the grades, it was always due to pain. I'm feeling some kind of pain, and I didn't like that. Pain of me, like in my ear, pain of like of me, but just I'm always remembering pain coming from it. You know, them doing something to me I didn't like. That was against my will. You know. But anyway, but there are times you can come across them if you are astral projecting. All right, and they can't see you, okay? I've had experience before when I was checking out a underground facility, and I was astral projecting, and you know, because the graves are known to be underground, and due to these bases, all right. We have these our shadow government. That's like a government within a government. They branches off to their own little secret groups, and our government that is within the government, the shadow government, shall I say, they are working with the Greys. They are working with them, and they are allowing them to take people and to do experiments on them for whatever reason. And so I believe, looking back, when I was seeing them, that's what that was all about. As far as me having my own experiences, it happens. And but getting back to astral projecting, you can come across them as well, and that doesn't mean that while you're coming across them that way that you operate on your lower self or you're vibrating on a lower frequency. They just happen to see you, all right, in that astral realm. They can see you. That's all I'm saying, and that's not a bad thing. They see you. They see you. So what? But my thing is, you don't want them to see you and then start seeking you out. So I still say you'll be fine. Just always pray before you meditate. Always put a protection around you. Anytime you're trying to open yourself up, whether it's due to meditation or basically going within yourself, okay? So that's my advice to any of your family. And I'm not saying that you're trying to pump fear in nobody. I'm just letting you know that these are the things that I have noticed, okay? I've noticed these things when I'm in that realm. So, yeah. One viewer was asking me about, I have so many viewers asking me so many questions. It's hard for me to, keep up with all the questions that they ask me. But I'm trying to think. I might wait and save that. I think I had mentioned that in my other video that I'm thinking about sharing after this one. So I'll leave that alone. I'll just wait until I go ahead and do that video and share that with your family. That's what I do. I'm just sitting up here thinking because there are other things that I want to talk about, but a lot of times I'm talking about one topic and then I get my mind off of others, I hate leaving things out, and then soon I end it. I'm like, I forgot to speak about that, speak about this. But it happens. There's always another day or another video. But I want to say this, family. I want to thank you all for your positive comments, your positive response to my videos. I know that, I sense this. Many of you are not having an experience whatsoever. I guess you find your sister kind of fascinating and or interesting, and you check me out. But I still say there are no coincidences. You never know. A year from now or 2 years from now, you might start having your own experiences, and you're gonna look back and remember that woman, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember. Q. Had mentioned this, and give you something to think about, to reflect on, and you won't feel so alone or think you're crazy, all right, when you come into having your own spiritual awakening. But a lot of you, your energy is so positive, and even though there are energy vampires out here, I'm not trying to, no energy vampire, but I can pick up on a lot of y'all energy, and it's positive. And so I receive it in love. And I thank you for sharing your love and your light, family. I know I don't say it all the time, but you know who you are. I appreciate you. And for those of you whom choose to stay silent, I still love you, and I thank you for watching me and checking me out. And may my video inspire many of you, and give you something to think about. Because you're not alone. So that's all that matters. That's why I make these videos. You know, no matter how much I have experienced things that I can't really explain, shall I say, I still question the fact why me sometimes. I have family members, they are still asleep, they are still worldly, they are still in that box, and they are comfortable in that box, and that's okay. I love them where they are. But I know they notice the changes in me because I don't do the things I used to do. With this spiritual awakening, I mean, I've changed. The things that they're into, I don't care for it anymore. I don't care for hanging around and, drinking. And I never was a drinker, but you can catch me drinking socially. Like if I have company, I would, drink socially with you. But, now, I just don't care for the taste of a beer, you know. We got a bottle of wine. It been sitting there about a year, you know. I haven't been having taste for wine. It's just there. If I have a taste for it, I have a glass of wine. But other than that, I haven't had no taste for wine. I don't care for being in a group of like a large crowd. When I was younger, oh, that's what it was all about. It was on, just being around a lot of people, being the in crowd and, want to be seen, But now all of that stuff is very irrelevant. And you get to that point of looking outside of yourself and looking at people differently. And you're like, wow, they used to be me. I must thought I was something back then, which I wasn't. But yeah. Oh, I thought I was doing something back then, which I wasn't. Oh, I thought I knew it all back then, which I didn't. And still don't know it all now. But I'm having an experience that I wasn't having then. I wasn't even as sensitive as I am now then. But it bothers me that whatever that's going on with me, that a part of me feels sad because I want my family members to wake up and for us to, have the conversation, to have discussions about sharing our experiences. And it's not like that. I can't even have that with them. The only ones I can have that with is my mom. She's having her own experiences. My son, he's not having no experience, and he's 18. My daughter, she's having her own experiences, and I know this to be true. She sees things that I can't see. My heart stuff let me know she's seeing angels, but the angels that she's seeing, I don't see. She'd be in the hallway just talking to whatever it is that she's talking to. Which all kids have their own little, unknown, unseen, playmate. Because I've had one, I was just talking away, But but as far as family, let's just let you know in this life, as far as having a spiritual awakening, many of you that has been close with your loved ones, you're gonna find, that you're gonna find that it's gonna be times where you're not gonna be as close as you once was. They're seeing a change in you. They don't like it. To them you're acting bougie, or you're acting stuck up or different. And you know, um, you know, if it's a duck and they quack like a duck, they look like a duck, shall I say? If you're not, operating on their level, they don't want to be around you. If you're not doing things that they like to do. I guess to them, my life is boring. I'm boring now, but it's okay because, I love meditating. I've come into um, this understanding of, you know, it's like I found a new family that is within me, and it's been within me all this time. It's been within me all this time. This new family, and there are many that rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Oh yeah, I understand what that verse means. There are many, your spirit guides, your angels, your star family, interdimensional beings that looks nothing like you, but they are attracted to your love and your light and your vibration. And they show up and visit you, and you will see pretty much the same ones, but they won't show up all the time, but you'll see them enough to where you can recognize them when they show up. It's like they're saying, hey, I see you. It's good to see you. I mean, I don't hear this, but that's what I pick up on. You know, they'll walk up to me and they will just stand there smiling, some of them. And some of them won't smile, they just look at me, noticing my presence. And then they'll fade out, and then I see another one. It's like one thing after the next. Like I said, family, this spiritual journey, it can be lonely. It can be lonely. All I can say is, my sister, my brother, take your time out here and definitely pray that the Most High God will send you somebody that you both are equally yoked. All right, you're both on the same spiritual path, and you both are adding to each other, not one a giver and the other a taker, which I know the opposite attract. I do know this. But take your time and get with somebody that you are equally yoked, all right? Stop all this rushing out here because, looking back on my life, that's all I was doing was rushing, going in circles and ain't going nowhere. Well, I know I ain't really get too, ouch. I know I ain't really get too deep, but I'm pretty much just, having thoughts and just speaking from that place of instead of thinking out loud, I'm just speaking. But I'm sure many of you get where I'm going, what I've been coming from. I'm sure many of you do. So with that being said, I'm sure somebody need to hear something that I was saying. I love you, family in Christ. I thank you for checking me out. And I'm getting ready to bounce, all right? Much love, my queens. Much love, my kings. You are who you say you are. Bye for now.